This is joint-to-joint range of motion. Do this every day for best results. It might take you 5 to 10 minutes. We'll start with the neck, and you want to project your neck forward, extending that chin out, and then retracting it all the way back in as you straighten your neck out. Now we want to do circles with the chin. Pretend you're painting a nice circle, and then reverse and go in the opposite direction. Bringing that chin all the way back in. Looking down at the floor, bend your head all the way back and look up at the ceiling like you're saying yes. Try and get good flexion and extension and move those joints through a full range of motion. Try and touch your ear to your shoulder as you do lateral bends and feel that stretch in the side of your neck. A lot of people carry tension here, especially if you breathe with your shoulders. A lot of people don't breathe properly with their diaphragm, and this can build up in the neck. Looking over each shoulder like you're checking your blind spot, feel that stretch at the end and hold it for a second and repeat. Each movement you can do 5 to 10 per side. I'm doing about 5 or 6 here just to give you an example. Drop your head forward and let your chin roll around your chest. Feel that stretch in the back of your neck. You might hear some clicks and pops. That's okay, it's just the joints releasing some gas. We'll move into the shoulders now with some arm circles, palms facing up, arms at about shoulder height or just above the shoulder. Do it with palms facing down as well in reverse directions. We're keeping the arms straight and the rotation is occurring at the shoulder, not at the elbow. We can point the arms down as well and do more rotations, palms facing up or down. Put your hands out like you're gripping the steering wheel, arms straight, and roll your shoulders backwards and get a nice retraction in those shoulders. That's where a lot of people carry tension when they're sitting all day or after driving. You can do this in the car as well. Shrug your shoulders up to your ears and roll them back. Shrug and roll them back. A lot of people carry their stress in their shoulders, so we want to help reduce some of that muscle tension. And then reverse direction. Shrug and roll forward. Moving down to the elbows, bend and straighten your arm. You'll feel that in your elbow. And then again, bending, you're doing circles here with your hands. It's almost like a whipping motion, like you're whipping a towel. Moving to the wrists, flex and extend with the arms out front. And then we can do circles with the wrists. This is great for people who carry tension in their wrists or maybe work at a computer all day. Take a break and do this to help reduce that tension. Moving down to the fingers, move each finger in a circular motion and then the thumbs as well, going in both directions. Arms out to the side, one palm up and one palm down. We can turn our face towards the palm that's up, and this will get a stretch through the shoulders and activate the upper back as well. Moving down to the hips, we want to flex and extend the hips. This allows for a straightening of the spine and activation of the glute muscles and the low back. A lot of people who have sciatic type pain, this will be good for stabilizing that spine, so really work on flexing that pelvis. And then we can do pelvic rocking side to side, bend one leg and extend the other, and do that on both sides. If you have a broom handle or a PVC pipe or even a door handle, we want to move into the hips, so bend and extend that leg, a kicking motion. You don't have to bring it too high, just get the hip moving, and then side to side like your foot is sweeping the ground. Same thing on the other leg. Everything we're doing here you want to do on both sides. The foot is just sweeping the ground, and the same thing from the side. Lifting that leg up and bringing it through. We'll make circles with our hip joint. So the motion here is coming from the hip. which is good for people who have hip problems or degeneration in the hip. And same thing on the other side. We want to get that hip moving in that ball and socket joint. Down to the knees. We'll do a kicking motion, so lift the leg up slightly and pretend you're kicking a soccer ball. And then we'll do rotation at the knee as well. So you see just the lower leg is moving, and we'll do that circular motion in both directions. This is good for people with knee problems, getting that knee moving. As we move each joint, it actually provides nutrition for that joint, allowing for the healing to take place. Moving down to the ankle, we can bend and extend, flex and extend that ankle. If you've ever rolled your ankle, or if you're on your feet all day, this will feel great. And then we'll do circles, pointing the toe up and around, and reverse in the opposite direction. Do the same thing on the other side. We want to keep everything balanced. Just because you feel it in one ankle doesn't mean you shouldn't do the other. Now we'll move into the toes. So putting a bit of pressure on your toes and rolling around, you might hear some clicks and pops again, and then putting the weight on your side of your ankle will help stretch those ligaments on the side of your ankle, remove any tension. Same thing on the inside, putting some pressure on the inside of your foot and bending your knee towards the midline of your body will help stretch that ankle out. And repeat on the other side. Do this every day for maximum results. We'll see you on the next video. For those of you who have shoulder problems, here's a little bonus. If you have a broom handle or a PVC pipe, grab it with your arms further than shoulder width. So when it's hanging down, it should be at about the height of your waist. And you're going to keep your arms straight and bring the broom handle over your head and back again. You can see I'm keeping nice and straight and tall. My head is up nice and straight as well. And you should be feeling this in the shoulder. The rotation is occurring at the shoulder. And as you get better, you can bring your hands closer together.